Hey guys, so I just want to talk about something today called progress, particularly mental progress. So generally when people make progress physically with their bodies, whether it's weight loss, whether it's health markers, whether it's body composition, there are ways to objectively track that by your girth measurement. You get a blood test done, check out your health markers from there. How your clothes fit, all these things measure your physical health and your body. Now, something that I don't really hear people talk about a lot, and perhaps you do too, is progress in their mental health, improvements in their depression, anxiety, whatever, which typically is talked about through people saying generally they start to feel better, they function a bit better, their sleeping and eating is better, or things like that, which can be subjective yet objective at the same time. But today I wanted to talk about an objective measure which is typically done by a GP, and I am not a mental health professional, so I cannot diagnose or whatever like that, but my GP has done, over the last 2 years I've had regular visits to her, and she's done something called a DASS questionnaire, DASS21 Questionnaire, which stands for Depression, Anxiety and Stress Score, I think. And it's just a list of questions where you answer a bunch of questions based on whether you feel it most of the time, sometimes, often, or almost always, so all these symptoms, and then it's just added up in a certain way and you get a score. Now, today I just wanted to share my scores from a year and a half ago compared to today, since I've gotten an update. So a year and a half ago, late 2018, I think I was at the lowest point of my 20s ever, and I was in a very, very bad place, and my DASS scores, so D is depression, so normal is a score of 0 to 9, mild is 10 to 13, moderate is 14 to 20, severe 21 to 27, extremely severe 28 plus. My score was 28 a year and a half ago, and it consistently stayed in the 20s / late teens up until like, I guess, April, May, June-ish this year, and then it started to go down, but it was really high. Anxiety, similar thing. My score for anxiety was around 17. I'm just reading off my computer, which is in the severe category, so 15 to 19 is classified as severe, and extremely severe is 20 plus. So I was like high in both of those categories, and stress was like around like an 11, so that was normal. So my stress was pretty normal. My anxiety and depression was high, very high. I'm talking suicide risk, I'm talking acts of self-harm, just out of control, not seeing a therapist that bit with me. So yeah, that was before I sought help and worked through my issues. Now today, I would say I am in a much better place. Those who know me personally have noticed my depression score is now 11, which is mild. My anxiety score is currently 4, which is in the normal range. So I do have very low-key anxiety now that I experience like here and there most of the time, but it's not severe. Stress is 11, which is in the normal range, so I'm pretty much normal. So this is a very objective way of measuring mental health, the depression, anxiety and stress scores. Now it's only limited to those 3, but I'm sure there are other toolkits out there for other conditions if you have any. But yeah, I mean, the goals I've worked through my mental health care plan for my GP have included, from a year and a half ago when starting this whole healing process, was to improve my thinking and my self-care, which I'd say my pessimistic thinking is not as pervasive or as intrusive as it used to be. Improve my thoughts, how I think, improve my self-care, work through previous traumas, improve my mood, be able to enjoy things, because I used to experience something called anhedonia, which is the feeling of the absence of absolute of pleasure in anything. I was never able to feel any joy, any pleasure for a long time, and now I can. I remember specifically I think it was like late last year or so, like around the October period, where I remember there was a day where I felt pleasure for the first time. Like I genuinely felt like happy and was able to enjoy what I was doing, and that was a really nice experience to have, because that meant a lot to me, because I previously couldn't experience any of that internally, although I'm very good at pretending that I did. So that was really good. I'm able to experience joy now. There are some periods in my life, even to this day, where there are some days where I don't experience any pleasure at all. There are some days where I do overthink and stuff, but it's just about utilizing the strategies and tools that I have to manage these things, and keeping the bigger picture in mind, and making sure that I'm in touch with my therapist, in touch with my friends and all that stuff. So yeah, just want to let you know that there is a way out, and there is an objective way to measure, because I know sometimes people can get quite doubtful, or I guess doubtful of where they're at, like, oh, do I actually feel like I'm getting better, or is that just a thought, like, is this actually what's happening, is it too subjective, how do I know? But yeah, I mean, the DASS questionnaire can be a way, and sometimes all it takes is just to see a GP and to have a good relationship with a GP. So anyway, that's an update from me. So yeah, that's it from me. Bye.